Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I did a first impression and review on the new Morphe 35R palette and I am obsessed with it. Literally, I was kind of second guessing it. I had high hopes for it, but at the same time I thought that the mattes weren't going to be as pigmented and they weren't going to blend as flawlessly as they did. So I am going to do a couple swatches of each texture, and obviously going to get into the tutorial and how I liked it and how I used it, but so I'm just going to take a couple of the matte shades and a few of the glittery shades and just swatch them for you. So that is what they look like so far. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is the swatches for the matte colors. And then I'm actually going to do the same for the shimmery. I love it. So that is that one. The second one. Oh my god. The gold one. And the really dark one. So that is what they look like up close. So pigmented and shiny. So you guys can tell why I was so excited to use this, because I saw Jaclyn Hill swatch all of them and they're just so pigmented and so creamy. Even the mattes I feel like are a lot creamier than how they used to be. So those are all the swatches, so let's move on to the tutorial. I'm really excited to show you guys how this eyeshadow look turned out. If you guys like how it turned out too, please give me a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see my first impression on the 35R palette, then just keep on watching. So obviously I have foundation on and my whole face other than my eyes, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this plumper on from e.l.f. I have been loving this stuff. It tastes and smells like the cinnamon hearts and I feel like it actually works. So moving on, we are going to be taking the Morphe 35R palette and I am so excited. This is what it looks like. Like, these colors are just so beautiful and right down my lane. And I feel like this palette is really versatile and you can kind of do something for every season. And let's just get started. I'm going to start with this color just to base my lids. My hands are so sweaty, ew. Okay. So I'm going to go in with this color here, just all over my entire lid. So I did base my lids already. I used Pro Longwear concealer and then just a translucent powder on top. Sometimes I use soft ochre, sometimes I use concealer. So this color is just a yellowy, bright skin tone color, which obviously I'm down for because I have super yellow undertone. And by the way, I've been using the MAC 217 brush and I'm just going to go in with the next color with the same brush. So I'm just going to go in with the color actually right above it, and I'm going to bring this all into the crease. And I am planning on doing more of a halo effect instead of doing the liner. I don't want to do winged liner today, so we are going to keep this just right in the crease and then on the outer edges of the eye. Oh, my forehead is going to crease so bad through this video, so please just ignore that. I hate it. I'm gonna have to get Botox soon. So with my eye shape, my crease isn't that prominent, so I like to drag it up just a little higher, and I like to keep the higher point of the shadow this way instead of dragging it out this way, especially for the halo effect on my eye shape especially. And now I'm just going to do the exact same on the other side. So far I'm actually really loving the consistency of this. It just blends so flawlessly. And honestly, I feel like the other palette I had didn't blend this well, so maybe it was just my technique back a year ago compared to now, and I'm just maybe a little lighter handed, but I don't know. But this looks so good, so I am not complaining. Okay, I'm gonna actually go in with a little bit of this one, going in between the two. And I'm going to focus this on the outer ends of my eye, and then dragging it up into the crease. We're gonna do that in a sec. Just kind of focusing more of the product here first, and then once there's less on the brush, we're going to drag it up into the crease. So then I'm actually just going to take the other brush that I was using and the color in the crease that we put first and just kind of go right on top and right above that darker shadow we just used so that it's all blended and has a gradient finish. And these colors are so beautiful and pigmented. So now I'm actually just going to take the remaining of that product and just drag it all under my lower lash line. And we're just going to drag it out a tiny bit. So I'm just going to take this Real Techniques brush and go in with that very first like beige base color and just drag this right across the brow bone in between the transition color and the highlight, just so it stays separate from the brow bone and it's all blended. So we are going to add some depth and bring in some darker shades on the outer corners of the eye, and doing this I'm going to use a darker color and a smaller little brush. So I'm taking this Morphe M321 brush and I'm going to focus it on the outer ends here close to the lash line. So the color I'm going to use for that is going to be this like red tomatoey burnt peppery color, this one right here. And so far the fallout is actually not bad at all. I have been tapping the brush every time I've been dipping into the product though, so that could make a difference, but overall I'm pretty impressed. I thought that these eyeshadows were actually really powdery, so.
That's all I'm doing tonight.
What do you mean? You're not gonna finish the essay?
I'll work on it tomorrow. I mean, I'll do a little bit tonight, but like I need to be prepared for this.
Okay, I'm gonna go back in with that crease color and just really focus that just right here so you can really get the effect of the halo once we add the glitter in the center. And then once again, just taking the first brush we used with the leftover product and just blending that all out. So I think it's time for glitter, and it's gonna be so hard for me to pick which color I want. I do want it to be a lot brighter in the center of my lid, so I think I'm gonna stick with like these two shades here. So I'm gonna do this one first, and I'm gonna use my finger because they are so pigmented from what I remember. And I'll zoom you guys in for this portion because I feel like glitter is just, you need to see it up close. So pigmented, and it's so easy to use with the finger, just like melts on your lid. So I'm gonna actually take this one that's right beside it and I'm just gonna put it on the edges of the glitter. So I'm gonna take a different finger because I feel like this one's a lot more pigmented. So I'm just gonna apply this right here and here. Okay, so now I'm going to blend in this glitter color to the end, and I'm going to use this and this one here. So this one and this one I'm going to mix. And these shadows have more of like an orangey warm undertone, so putting that beside that orangey glitter just really blends it all in evenly. Oh man, my forehead is going to crease so bad. So excited. I'm being sarcastic. So I'm going to be taking this one here and I'm going to pop this on the very ends of my eye, right near the lash line. So I'm just going to actually apply a little bit of this Marc Jacobs light powder here that I have right in front of me. I'm just gonna put this just right under my eye so that when we have that dark color, it's not going to fall out and ruin all my under eyes. So just applying this kind of in a V on the outer end here. And then applying a tiny bit in the center. And then I'm actually going to drag a little bit along the lower lash line on the outer end and in the center. I mean, inner. That's not the center, it's the inner. And then taking the very first brush we used again and blending out all the edges. So the last thing I'm going to do for this eyeshadow look is take this very light shimmery color here and pop it just on the center of my lid and the bottom center of my bottom lower lash. Okay, so I'm just going to apply a little bit of liner in my waterline, and this is the Modern Twist Kajal liner from MAC in Cat's Meow, and it is just like a waterproof liner. And then just dragging it across the inner waterline. And then I'm just going to apply a bit of black on the outer end. Okay, and that is it for the eyeshadow. I'm going to apply some mascara and lashes, and I will be right back, and I'm going to finish up the rest of my face, and I will give you my final thoughts on this eyeshadow. Okay guys, so I am back, and I am obsessed with how my eyeshadow turned out. All the colors blended so perfectly together, and the glitter is so pigmented. I'm obsessed. So I actually just ended up applying single lashes underneath, about 4 or 5, and just coated my lashes with mascara, and I kind of just wanted to focus the look more on the shadow, so I didn't really want to overdo it with the lashes. But I am going to apply a little bit of liquid lip. So I'm just applying Push Up by NYX. It's their liquid lingerie. Okay guys, so that is the final look and my first impression on the 35R palette. I am so obsessed with it, and I just love the colors and how everything blended. Definitely gonna have to go on the Morphe website and purchase more of the shadows because I know that they have the single shadows too. So yeah, thumbs up to that. I really think that you guys should go on the Morphe website and purchase yourself a 35R palette. I had to think about that for a second. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you liked this, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys, have a beautiful day.